Good evening, and thank you all for joining us tonight to celebrate our benefactors and the scholarship recipients your gifts support. First, I'd like to acknowledge our talented VCU jazz students, Thomas Winley and Joe Santos, for kicking off this night's evening. Thank you for being here. My name is Jay Davenport, Vice President of Development and Alumni Relations, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the 22nd Annual VCU Endowed Scholarship Celebration. Before we start this evening, I do have a few housekeeping notes. Today's event is being recorded, and we will share a link with you as soon as this event is complete. Captions are available by clicking on the three dots or the More button at the bottom of your Zoom panel and choosing the live option. If you do that now, you will have captions during this entire event. Last year, we were disappointed that we had to cancel our annual scholarship dinner due to the COVID-19 pandemic. It was the start of a very challenging year for all of us. And though we can't be together in person this year, I am happy to be able to connect with you all virtually and to share a message of gratitude to our scholarship donors over the next 30 minutes. Tonight, we have scholarship donors and recipients, deans and faculty members in attendance. We also have VCU President Michael Rao and Mrs. Monica Rao joining us for this special celebration. We will hear from Dr. Rao very shortly. I'd also like to take a moment to thank the VCU Foundation, the School of Business Foundation, and the College of Engineering Foundation for sponsoring this annual event. We deeply appreciate your partnership and all the good things that you do for this university. We are thankful for our deans and the directors, several of whom are with us this evening. I'd like to offer a special thanks to School of Arts Dean Carmenita Higginbotham, Director of Athletics Ed McLaughlin, School of Business Dean Ed Greer, School of Education Dean Andrew Dare, College of Engineering Dean Barbara Boyan, College of Humanities and Sciences Dean Jennifer Mallett, Honors College Dean Scott Bringer, Institute for Contemporary Art Executive Director Dominic Wilston, VCU Libraries Dean Teresa Knott, Vice Provost for Life Sciences and Research Robert Toombs, School of Social Work Dean Beth Angel, University College Dean Constance Relihan, and Wilder School of Government and Public Affairs Dean Susan Gooden. I am pleased to welcome many of you back to this annual celebration and to also welcome some of our new benefactors. One of the biggest priorities for the university is supporting student success, and scholarships are a crucial part of doing just that, making a college education accessible for all of our deserving students. In November, we ended the Make It Real campaign for VCU after surpassing our goal of $750 million by raising more than $840 million for this great university. During the campaign, donors just like you created 394 new endowed scholarships and student support funds across the entire university. These funds totaled over $109 million for our students. All of the donors at this event have served as trailblazers in the creation of these funds. And to build upon that legacy that you have started, we're currently conducting a $50 million scholarship campaign called Invest in Me. Since the start of this initiative in October of 2019, more than $28.5 million has been raised to fund scholarships that reward excellence, open doors to opportunity, and nurture talent across every field of study. By investing in our students, the change makers of tomorrow, you're making an incredible statement that you believe in our students, in the mission of our university, and in the opportunities VCU can provide. And for that, we are forever thankful. To start us off this evening, I'm pleased to introduce our president, Dr. Michael Rao, who has led Virginia Commonwealth University and VCU Health Systems since 2009. During his presidency, VCU has reduced the graduation gap for underrepresented populations while achieving national prominence for exemplary academics, creativity, research, and innovation. Ladies and gentlemen, President Michael Rao.
Great. Thank you very much, Jay. Good evening, everyone. It really is my honor and privilege to welcome you to the 22nd annual Endowed Scholarship. I'll say celebration since we're not together for dinner. It's really very important that we make this time and invest in recognizing the transformative power of the scholarships that we have at VCU that are endowed. I want to thank you so much for making a lifetime investment in our mission, and most importantly, in the future of society through our talented students. Endowed scholarships really make a remarkable difference at a time like this, especially given our mission of access to an institution that years ago many students could not have accessed, and we have made that part of our mission. So Jay talked about the fact that we raised nearly 400 new endowed scholarships during the campaign for VCU, and we're really grateful to all of you who contributed to making that happen. These scholarships are just critical for providing access to the dream of going to college. And for many of our students, a scholarship to VCU means being able to experience their learning at a major research university. And perhaps the most importantly, with a national caliber faculty. That's a really critical part of what we offer. So, you know, I've thought about your scholarships, and of course, I've talked with many of you about them because I've had the opportunity to connect with you about the scholarships that you've made, invested, I should say. Your investment really benefits all of humanity, especially in light of the multiplier effect that you have created. You think about the ways in which you're shaping our students' lives, and then they go out and shape all of the lives of the people that they touch as well. Students are able, with your scholarships, to focus on their educational experiences and build futures with creativity, leadership, innovation, change, and overall betterment and improvement. Congratulations for the incredible impact that you've had. I get to see it all the time. I get to see our students frequently. Jay and I were at our library today, and I had the chance to cross paths with a couple of our students. They are our purpose. And so let me stop to say congratulations to our student recipients. Several of them are here with us today. You're our purpose, and we're really proud of you. You are making great use of these resources. And thank you for staying in touch with your donors who have made it possible for you to access this great scholarship. I have to tell you that with the kinds of, it all works together with students being able to access VCU. It really shapes this institution, and therefore it shapes our recruitment of faculty as well. And faculty that we recruit love VCU. They love coming here because our students are so highly motivated and so excited about the future. And you've made that happen. And so what you've really done is you've created a university that's recognized nationally for our programs and for our faculty. I wanted to give you a couple of updates because we're all excited to get back into spaces and places. And because of VCU Medical Center, in part, we'll be able to do more of that soon. One of the most exciting things we have that is before us is our engineering research building at VCU, which opened earlier this year, and soon we'll be welcoming our students and sparking great innovation and creativity and fostering, most importantly, a new generation of people whose creativity and knowledge is going to improve all of our lives. You think about the impact of engineering on our lives, it just rises. I don't know what the graph would look like, but it rises every day. And creativity is a critical part of that. And that's the special part of VCU, whether it's the business school or any other school. And that's probably thanks to the School of the Arts, the #1 ranked School of the Arts. Creativity is a part of everything we do in medicine and dentistry, all of our areas. The College of Humanities and Sciences, our largest college, recently celebrated the delivery of steel beams to our new STEM building, our science, technology, engineering, and math building on Franklin Street. Some of you might remember it as the Franklin Street Gym. So lots coming here too, also much of which will surely advance VCU's overall commitment to society, and specifically to equity and inclusion. We have a very strong equity commitment. Lastly, I'll share with you soon, we're very excited about opening our new adult outpatient pavilion. This is our new 615,000 square foot facility with 1,000 more parking spaces. And most importantly, it's really one of the greatest future models of delivery for clinical care that's well ahead of its time. Wait until you see this open. Oh my gosh, I've had a chance to see it and it's just really exciting. But it's important because it's a great model of the best care delivery for our students to learn in. And that's exactly why we do all of what we do. I'll conclude by saying thank you. We can't say thank you enough, but thank you for your continued commitment to elevating VCU and, more importantly, making our missions possible, making the experiences of our students possible. So proud to be associated with all of you and very proud of your association with Virginia Commonwealth University. Thank you.
Thank you, President Rao, for joining us tonight and for being one of our scholarship benefactors yourself. We will now hear from several grateful scholarship recipients, starting with Matthews Tasuma. Matt is a senior majoring in journalism at the Robertson School of Media and Culture, and he is a recipient of 7 scholarships, including the Alden Aro Memorial Scholarship, the Walpert Honors Scholarship, and the Ed and Joe Pritchett Scholarship. Please enjoy.
Hello, donors, student, and faculty. I first want to appreciate you for being here and allowing many of us to meet you. You guys have made a huge difference in our college experience, and I'm glad that we have the opportunity to tell you that. I also would like to take this time to congratulate the students. If you are here right now, that means someone saw value in you enough to invest in your education, and I hope that continues to give you the confidence that you need to do all of the fantastic things you seek to do in the future. I came to VCU in the fall of 2018 and settled at the new GRC building on West Main Street. How college worked to me was a very foreign concept, but I knew from a young age that my parents expected me to go to college. And I firmly believed that my education was my ticket to the middle-class life that they had dreamed for me. I was a decent student in high school, but I was still extremely nervous about whether or not I could handle college. I was right to be nervous because that first year was very difficult. And although I performed well in the classroom, living on my own was not easy, and balancing school and work became a challenge. At one point in my second year of school, I was balancing 3 jobs and 21 credits. That seems like a death wish, and it was. And I struggled, but I still did well, because anytime I felt discouraged or I felt defeated, I remembered how hard my mother worked, working every day in the night for years until we'd gotten older. Whenever I felt like I couldn't make it to work, or I felt like I couldn't finish that essay, I embodied my mother who had made all the sacrifices for me and my brother. I chose VCU after I graduated because I thought it was affordable. And most of all, I had witnessed the amazing support system that VCU has. The school is known for diversity and inclusion, and I believe that as a student here, I would be able to fit in and be a leader on campus. I started the VCU Pre-Law Society at the end of 2018, and campus faculty and students were very supportive of my efforts. We have now grown the club to over 250 members, and these are the experiences that I've cherished most at VCU. And I believe it was in the school's mission to encourage diversity and inclusion that made it possible for me to do any of this stuff, which makes me proud to say that I'm a student here and I'll soon be a future alumni. I got the chance to speak to some of my donors in the past few months, and I don't think you guys have completely grasped the fact that your generosity has a huge effect on the students. It's extremely expensive to go to college, and one scholarship can really be that difference between having to work 40 hours a week and instead working 20. The generosity of my donors has allowed me to get an internship with the Congressional Black Caucus and work not just for money, but also work on my passions and work for my experiences. When I was awarded the Fulbright last year, I struggled with the idea of taking the summer out of work and going to work or going to learn at the United Kingdom for such a unique opportunity. But with the scholarships, I don't have to be worried about making a financial sacrifice. Also, thank you to Miss Yearwood and Miss Hanberry for setting this up. Even though we can't meet in person, I'm so glad that we got to do this and talk and meet in this capacity. I think I can speak for all the students here when I say that we really appreciate you guys for thinking of us, and we hope to one day pay it forward just like you guys have done. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Matt, for those remarks. Next, we have a very special video capturing a first-time meeting between VCU alumnus and supporter Michael Cheney and his Brand Center Diversity Scholarship recipient, Kai Butler. Enjoy.
I have never met any of our scholarship recipients
Oh wow.
over the past
Well,
15 years or so. So you're the first, and it's a pleasure to meet you.
you too. And the brand center showed up at that competition and had a table. And so I picked up a pamphlet. We've had a very unique experience. You know, everyone's having a unique experience across the world. And the program is set up in such a way where it's built on collaboration. And because of the regulations, of course, we have to social distance. So we've had to navigate, how do we do collaboration in a new way? And I love my professors. They kind of really been tweaking our minds. They kind of teach you to think in a new way. So it's difficult, but it's a good difficult because I know that I'm learning.
Went to a community college before I went to VCU, so because I didn't know anything about college, none of my family went, no one had any degrees. When I look back on the little changes of life that can happen, these little inflection points that you can have, how many things could have happened to me that where I would not have ended up at VCU, and I'm very thankful that they happened because I don't know what I would have done without that college, without that university. I don't know where I would be.
But when I got my acceptance into the Brand Center, I told my mom, I was like, I really want to go here. Like, I really want to go here. And throughout my life, some of the things that I've really wanted to do, I haven't been able to do because I didn't have the financial ability to go ahead and go forward in that direction. So when I did apply to that scholarship and got it, I was like, okay, this is a doorway in. And I kind of decided to leap and jump and just come. But had I not received it, I probably would have went in a different direction.
Now that made me feel good. So that made me hearing it made me feel good.
I really just wanted to take time to thank you all for your support.
This award provided a great financial boost to me, as well as a morale boost, especially during a COVID year where life got pretty dark. It felt great to be recognized.
I don't want to have to make the decision between having a job that helps me pay off student loans and then pursuing the career I actually want to pursue.
That means the world to me. It really helped me get through this tough time this past year.
It really felt like a burden off my shoulders, and it really made me feel proud of myself.
Thank you for your generosity and the gift of a scholarship.
Thank you for your generosity.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Michael and Kai, for sharing such a touching moment with us. Now, we'll hear from Angela Okoye Angela is a junior majoring in chemical engineering, and she is the recipient of the Boehringer Ingelheim Scholarship and the Komoda Scholarship. Enjoy.
Hey guys, my name is Angela Okoye and I am a junior chemical engineering major at VCU, and my expected graduation date is May of 2022. So fingers crossed for almost finishing this undergraduate degree. So a little about me. My hometown is in Northern Virginia, so not too far from Richmond. And then when it comes to finding ways to being involved at VCU, throughout my years, I found too many ways to be involved. So I just recently finished my certificate in leadership studies through the VCU Lead Living Learning community. I'm the current chapter president for the National Society of Black Engineers at VCU. And then I'm also an undergraduate research assistant under the College of Engineering. So I work with Dr. Christina Tang and her Smart Fabrics research team. That's just a snippet of what I do at VCU, a snippet of a bunch of things. But when it comes to being a scholarship recipient, I remember when I got the notification that I won the Ingelheim Scholarship, I was like, wait, is this real? Dad, does this say I got a scholarship? I was so shocked, but so blessed to receive this scholarship because I realized that I actually mattered on the VCU campus. I felt like I was more than just a number. And my scholarship made me realize that I want to leave the campus better than when I first entered VCU. And therefore, I will continuously work hard to get my degree to continue the cycle of giving back, because I want to be able to help a future student who's going to be in the shoes that I once was. And as Matthew 10:8 always states, freely you've received, freely give. So thank you so much for the scholarship. Well, thank you so much for this donation, and God bless, and have a great rest of your day. Bye.
Thank you very much, Angela. Now, before we conclude this evening, I would like to address our student recipients. It is our honor to recognize you for the hard work and your many talents, and congratulations on your scholarships. We know you have a very bright future ahead of you. And finally, and most importantly, we want to extend to our very generous donors our most sincere appreciation for your support of VCU through your gifts of scholarship. When we talk about making it real for these students, it's first because you make it possible. Thank you very much. Thank you on behalf of our students, our faculty, and our administration. We hope you all have enjoyed this celebration, and we look forward to a time when we can hold this event in person and we can welcome you all back on campus safely. In the meantime, we thank you so much for all that you do for VCU. Please enjoy this final performance of our talented VCU jazz students, Thomas and Joe. Good night.